Hi guys, yes, this is the Woman Agenda live here on the Woman Agenda channel with Raju, of course. This is a brand new evening show which we will be doing Monday to Friday, and we're kicking it off today on a Thursday evening. So this will be happening every 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 day, Monday to Friday. It will be happening, and uh, and basically, uh, what we will be talking about in the woman agenda is women news. We will be talking about the women difference makers. We will be talking about the latest women football news, upcoming shows, upcoming guests on the woman agenda, and so much more. If you want to sponsor the podcast, advertise with us, and get there, get featured. You know what to do. Below is a link. Get on board, get in touch with me, and we will work together on this. So much has been happening, so it's going to be exciting stuff on on the evening show where we will discuss lots of stuff about women on the women agenda. So we are going to kick it off with something very uh, interesting. A lot of stuff which is interesting, to be honest. But let's kick it off with something which I want to talk about: women difference makers. And here is the difference maker of Thursday, of today. She's made a massive difference in for women. That is actually the wrong article. But that's what happens when you make the similar templates. But let's actually talk about this first of all, actually, about news about men more likely to spread COVID-19 than women. Now, basically, this is a study conducted, uh, and I will tell you who's actually conducted this study. Please click on the like of the video, send in your comments, and please click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed so far, so you can get notification when we go live. There's a live interview hopefully this Sunday as well with a very talented artist, so watch out for that, and we will be bringing news about that hopefully tomorrow about when she will be live with me, when we'll be doing this interview. So tomorrow hopefully we'll have the news on that. I'm talking to someone else as well to bring on board this week as well. So stay tuned for that. And also, so let's kick it off with this first of all about COVID-19, where this study has reported that men are more prone to be giving COVID-19, spreading it than women. So let's have a look at exactly what this study was about and what exactly happened in this study. So men are more likely to spread COVID-19 than women. Now, where is this exactly coming from? Uh, let's have a look. This is courtesy of news5cleveland.com, which have said, the study has said, which is by Colorado State University, says that men spread more aerosol droplets on average than women in COVID-19 to others. Researchers at CSU gathered more than 60 individuals aged 12 to 61 over several months. They asked participants to sing and play instruments in a sterile room so they could track the aerosols that left their mouths and see how they traveled. The study found that singing created more particles than talking, and that lung size made a big difference. Men have bigger lungs, tend to put out more air particles than women. Adults in general produce more aerosols than children. Children in a study were putting out less aerosols, but again, that's the size of lung capacity, said Dan Goebel, the director of the School of Music theater and dance at Colorado State. The other thing that we found was volume, how loud a person is singing. So if you're singing louder, you're putting out more. Researchers couldn't identify what demographic put out more aerosols based on volume, but does indicate a higher risk of infection. The study shows why it's so important to wear a mask indoors during a concert or performance as a venue, especially if vaccination is not a requirement to enter. It's a personal choice. There's a lot of controversy. I realize around the country, Gobo said, it's been highly politicized, but science is science. I mean, it is what it is. Colorado State has testing facility where they study the level of protection by various types of masks to learn more, and you can click on that. So there you go. So this is not from me. I've not made this up. This is a true study by Colorado. So it's interesting, and it shows that if you do the study, then you can identify exactly the ratio, the demographic, and exactly what's happening and who is exactly spreading the COVID 19. And this is not to say that is only done by men, but obviously the ratio is suggesting that men do spread it more than women. Now, if just we are talking about COVID-19 here, so please, if you haven't taken the COVID-19 booster and you're in a country where there is a big risk, it is a person's choice. But if it can be taken, you can take it. You're more safer in that country if you do take it. Then why wouldn't you? That's why I was saying. But obviously, it is a personal choice. I've taken it personally myself. I felt I needed to take it, so I've taken it today. So far, it's okay. No side effects, but tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow we don't know what's going to happen when I get up. So we'll have to see tomorrow whether there's any side effects tomorrow. But that's that, I guess. Now, let's talk a little bit about more women daily news. That's what the Woman Agenda is all about. The Woman Agenda evening show is about. And we are talking about some netball which happened and today, courtesy of. I'll tell you in a second. So Carolina women have won today. It's been a good day for them. This has been reported by HeraldOnline.com article, and this is by Aaron Beard, who's an AP basketball writer. So 1:40 p.m. today, it was reported that South Carolina women have won today, and they've won at number 15 Duke. They won against them 55-46. So when South Carolina is at its best, the top-ranked Gamecocks use their strength with withering and relentless efforts on their glass. The formula is working against everybody so far, even the rest of the nation's top teams. Earlier, Boston has had 19 points, 14 boards, and 4 blocks in the Gamecocks' latest rebound. Just about everything performance to beat number 15 Duke 55-46 on Wednesday night, marking the fifth win against a top 15 opponent. Very impressive, isn't it? South Carolina 11-0 has out rebounded those 5 teams by an average 15.6 per game, including finishing plus 13 on the offensive glass in each of the past 3 against number 7, beg your pardon. Number 9, Maryland are now with the Blue Devils. It's a fabric of who we are. Coach Don Staley said we missed a lot of shots too. So I think we're well aware of that. We set ourselves up to rebound the ball. We got length, we got athleticism, we got will, we got grit, and that particular area is where we create separation, and hopefully it continues throughout the rest of the season. So South Carolina finished with a 44 to 26 rebounding advantage that included 19 to 6 on the offensive glass, leading to a 17 to 4 edge in second chance points that helped offset 25 active zone that collapsed anytime the ball reached the paint. So there you go. Well done to the South Carolina women for that win in netball. So that was the women's daily news for today. We will have some loads of more women daily news tomorrow at the same time. So watch out for that. Let's talk about a woman difference maker who's made a massive difference in for loads of women. She's been a big role model. So who are we talking about? Let's have a look. We're talking about Janina Kugel. So Janina Kugel is a difference maker, and this is courtesy of Korazi.io. Janina Kugel, she has given the corporation a modern, downright hip face. For more than 4 years, the Chief Human Resources Officer and member of the board has been a contemporary figurehead of Siemens. Her fresh appearance, approachable self-confidence, and enormous presence has set a new benchmark. She has advanced issues such as female empowerment and diversity. While being a role model for many, Janina Kugel will leave Siemens at the beginning of 2000. And any company that considers themselves innovative and future oriented should be lining up now. Perhaps they already have. So there you go, Janina Kugon. Many congrats. Yes, it is 2020. I think the article's a little bit behind, or I've caught the article a little bit later, knowing me. There you go. That does happen. But she's nevertheless, she is a difference maker, someone who is inspiring. Woman empowerment at the best, and we would be bringing so many women makers. I'm speaking to one difference maker as well, who has made a massive difference in women brands in the business area. She's given women such a big difference in that area. We will be bringing her on board as well. We're speaking to her at the moment. Hopefully, we will work something out very soon. Let's talk about women's football. What's been happening in women's football today? So let's have a quick check. So talk about the women's football and their poised for growth. So courtesy of tifosi.com, women's football is poised for major growth. Now, the popularity of women's football has grown dramatically in recent years, driven by increased professionalism and greater participation and showing in high attendances and viewership numbers. Now, interest has grown over recent years due to increased broadcasting at major international tournaments, notably 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. The finals in France brought greater attention to the domestic women's game, leading to an increase in the broadcasting and sponsorship deals negotiated for women's club competition. Broadcasting deals such as between the Sky Sports and the BBC and the Women's Super League (WSL), and UEFA's decision to unbundle broadcasting and sponsorship rights for men's tournaments represent for women's football, allowing the game to grow. However, the structure of the game is currently modeled around men's football, with many women's teams affiliated to men's clubs. While this has the advantage of providing a ready-made supporter base for the women's team to engage, it does not necessarily mean the creation of dedicated in infrastructure or quality facility for elite development. Despite the positive commercial growth and interest level into women's football, questions have been raised surrounding its current governance model. So that's about women's growth of football, what needs to be done. So much has been done, and there's a lot of what you can say about this is a few years back, women revenue they were receiving in the Super League or in any of the leagues, basically they weren't getting much revenue. So basically, those players were really getting peanuts. Basically, they weren't getting paid much, and some weren't even getting paid. So a lot has changed since then, which is absolutely fantastic. But I think a lot more needs to be done, and hopefully it will be done, and the women's football will be uh, going in the right direction. Let's check some scores football. What's happening in the scores today? So this is the FA Conti Cup. So the FA Conti Cup, what has happened, courtesy of bcfc.co.uk. So today we had the women's Crystal Palace women versus the Bristol City women. It was 0-0, and there was a total full-out penalty shootout. Now the Robins House, the basically what's happened is Crystal Palace scored four, and Bristol City women scored five penalties, so 4-5. So the Robins have cemented the spot in the quarterfinals of the FA County Cup after a penalty shootout victory against Crystal Palace. So they've won against that. So well done to the team. A very impressive result for them, and I'm sure they will go even further in the FA County Cup. And we will stay tuned. We will keep an eye on the FA County Cup, and we will give you many more results here on the Woman Agenda, among other women football news. And we will bring you women cricket news as well. So watch out for that tomorrow. And we will bring you women cricket news as well, among others, daily news, and so much more. When we're talking about the women news, there's also a match which has been postponed courtesy of Cardiff City FC.co.uk. Cardiff City FC women's Gennaro Adron Premier feature against Cardiff City. So Cardiff Met University Women FC versus Cardiff City FC Women has been postponed. Following discussion with the FAW medical staff, so that I'm afraid has been postponed. So if you're planning to go to that one, a new date for the feature will follow in due course. So if you wanted to go to that, I'm afraid it has been postponed. But stay tuned. We will give you more on that as we get it on the. And please click on the subscribe button if you haven't already. So you know when we go live. We're going live tomorrow as well, 7:30 for the Woman Agenda weekly the evening show. And if we go earlier than that, if the video goes earlier than that, then you will know as well. And keep checking the videos out and keep liking it and keep commenting what you want the Woman Agenda to feature, and we can then work together on that. On there, and we will give you some news on the live interview which are happening this week as well, tomorrow on the Woman Agenda week evening show. So stay tuned for that. So we're wrapping up now for today. on the woman agenda. Tomorrow we have another brand new show. Tomorrow premiering tomorrow. You know what it's called? Any ideas? Okay, I'll break it up. I'll break it myself then. It's called Bollywood Central. Now, if you're a big Bollywood buff, a Bollywood fan, you're gonna love this. And if you want to know more about Bollywood, they are non-Asians as well, which like Bollywood. Not just Asians, to be honest, these days. Uh, there are a lot of non-Asians who watch Bollywood, which is the Indian film industry. To be honest, so we'll be talking about what's happening, the lowdown of the week in Bollywood, what's happening, what films are coming this coming week, and what's been happening at the Bollywood box office, and so much more. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, and that's happening tomorrow at 9 o'clock. The video will be there 9 o'clock tomorrow, Bollywood Central tomorrow, exclusive to the Woman Agenda. And on the, like I said, we will be having a new book show soon as well with me and my co-podcasting Woman Agenda partner. So she would be presenting it with me. That will happening soon. As soon as she gets back to her best, she's not feeling that good at the moment, but she's nearly there, nearly there. She's getting back to her best, and then she will be featuring on that, among other shows. So this is Raju from the from how was it, the talent podcast that was before. Dong. From the Woman Agenda. Don't forget, you can advertise with us. Get in touch. The email is below. We will work together. If you want to be a live guest, and if you can have input, and you can provide something for the viewers, get in touch on the email below as well, and we will speak. But until tomorrow, have a fantastic rest of the Thursday. If you've broken up for the week, have a fantastic Thursday. And if you just finished work, enjoy, put your feet up, and chill out. I mean, you're gonna do something. You're not gonna do anything. You've just finished work. Enjoy, and if you're just starting work, enjoy the rest of the day. Be safe. Take care. Look after each other. I'll see you tomorrow on the Woman Agenda.